Harassment and discrimination can happen anywhere, including the workplace. HR professionals are responsible for making sure employees receive proper bystander intervention training to maintain a safe and respectful work environment. This video covers key bystander intervention training requirements under the Chicago Human Rights Ordinance. After watching this video, you will be able to implement an effective bystander intervention program for your organization. Let's get started. Why is bystander intervention training necessary for workplaces? First, employees play an important role in addressing harassment and discrimination. They are the first line of defense in stopping abusive, offensive, disrespectful, discriminatory, and harassing behavior. Second, training equips staff with the necessary skills to help them intervene safely and effectively when they observe harassment or discrimination. Third, HR professionals are responsible for organizational compliance with Chicago law, which requires employers to provide 1 hour of bystander intervention training to all employees regardless of status. Bystander intervention training covers the following topics. 1. Recognizing situations of potential harassment. 2. Understanding workplace policies and legal responsibilities. 3. Identifying safe ways to intervene. 4. Reporting mechanisms and protecting against retaliation. So, what should your bystander intervention program include? Here's a structured approach that HR teams can implement. First, there is awareness training. Employees must learn how to identify harassment in verbal, physical, and visual forms. Next is scenario-based learning. Interactive role-playing or case studies help employees practice intervention techniques. Then, reporting procedures. Employees must understand their rights and responsibilities when reporting incidents. Finally, reinforcement. Refresher training and ongoing communication ensure a sustained culture of accountability. Harassment can take many forms. Your bystander intervention training should cover these key examples. Unwelcome sexual comments, gestures, or emails. Unwanted physical contact or touching. Requests for sexual favors in exchange for workplace benefits. Spreading rumors or making jokes about someone's personal life. Training should emphasize the 4Ds approach to ensure employees know how to intervene. The first D is for delegate. Employees should delegate responsibility by asking for help from a supervisor, manager, or HR representative, or asking people around them to get help while they monitor the situation. The second D is for distract. Employees should intervene to distract the harasser. They can do this by directly engaging with the harasser or the victim. To divert attention from the harassment, employees can talk about anything unrelated to the situation. For example, they can ask for the time or directions, accidentally bump into them, pretend to know the victim, cough loudly, or drop something. If the situation poses a physical threat to the victim, the employee may choose to intervene and steer the conversation away from the harassment. However, intervening should be approached with caution and considered on a case-by-case basis. The third D is for direct. Before choosing to respond directly, employees should know how to safely address inappropriate behavior when necessary. Before responding, they need to assess their safety. If they decide to respond directly to the harasser, they can say things like, "Leave them alone," or "This is inappropriate, disrespectful," etc. They need to respond in a way that makes them feel comfortable. They may also ask the victim directly if they need help. The fourth and last D is for delay. Employees need to know how to support colleagues after an incident. If they can't intervene, they can check in with the victim afterward to see if you can do anything to support them. They can ask questions like, "Is everything okay? Is there anything I can do? Is there someone we can call? Can I buy you a cup of coffee?" They may also offer resources to support them. HR teams should provide clear guidelines on when and how employees can intervene. This includes knowing their rights, a company's anti-harassment policy, and available support resources. HR must also ensure that employees understand the reporting process. Options include reporting to a supervisor, HR, or a designated reporting officer. Employees should know they are protected from retaliation when they report harassment. Let's talk about what not to do. Training should emphasize that employees should not escalate situations unnecessarily. They should also understand that silence can be harmful and that bystanders should take action safely and appropriately. Finally, they need to know what constitutes an inappropriate action, such as calling the police without consent from the person being harassed. As an HR professional, your role is to make sure your team receives effective bystander intervention training. By implementing structured, scenario-based training programs that reinforce key safety principles, you can help create a workplace where harassment is not tolerated. Consider sharing this video with your HR team if you found it helpful. Remember, workplace safety is a shared responsibility. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay safe. To learn more about bystander intervention employee training, visit viewbiz.com. Thanks for watching.